Welcome, everybody. This is the latest development news. You probably heard about it. You hear it from me too, as well. PlayStation Plus has increased, um, pretty big increase. So did Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. First console off Game Pass Ultimate that started on the 13th of August. They have increased their stuff by about in August. It's been going on for about almost a month now. From 9.99 to 10.99 for the month. Um, Xbox console Spencer also hinted in October pricing wouldn't hold forever. Game Pass Ultimate for console pricing will be increased by July 6th. It's already come and gone for 14.99 per month, 16.99 for 14 for euros, 12.99 for euros, and base Xbox console pricing would be 9.99 to 10.99. Of course, Argentina has pretty big too as well. Norway, U.S. has 9.99, be 10.99. Some will be 20. Like Saudi Arabia has 29.99 there. Poland has 42. So there's a lot of countries that have a lot worse um, than the United States. But Brazil has it 32.99 if you count it in U.S. dollars because it's different monies. Canada 12.99. Chile 5,990, or whatever Chile they use. Denmark. Now every currency. This is actually on Verge, hype. Uh, how PlayStation, how Xbox is increasing their stuff. The big meat and potato is yes, Xbox has been doing it, but they even said it could be something else coming too in the near future for October. So we'll wait and see until October, about almost a month away. Tomorrow will be September 1st, so we'll figure out by probably by mid September or so what price increases will increase again for Microsoft. Right now, the biggest news is Sony has increased their stuff by a lot. And I mean by a lot, I mean by a lot. Okay, Sony's raising the 12-month plan, PlayStation Plus plans across all plans in September. Subscribers can expect to pay $20 more annually at the base level. PlayStation Essentials, bigger price hikes for extra and premium levels, including an extra $40 per year. Here's a breakdown of all U.S. pricing because it's going to affect globally. But we live in the United States. We have USD, United States dollar. PlayStation Essentials 12 months is $80, 79.99, going from 59.99. That's been around since I was actually a PlayStation Plus member. I haven't had a PS4 or anything kind of for about 3 years now. I got rid of my old PlayStation because it was old and I traded and I got the money from it from GameStop, whatever. PlayStation Extra, that gives you a little more stuff. That was $100. Now it's 134. Because that now 135. And PlayStation Premium, it's all 12 months by the way. Goes from 119 to 159 to 160. So you get like about $40 more for the premium. Sony said announcement that the Blend blog adjusting and able to continue to bring high quality games, value, additional benefits, PlayStation Plus subscriber services. Company said current 12 months PS Plus plan will see the price reflect on their next subscription renewal. If it takes place on November 6th. However, any members making the change you make on PlayStation 6 September 6th. Such upgrades, downgrades, or buying additional time will update your plan reflecting the new prices, companies noted. So pretty much if you upgrade or downgrade anything, you're gonna get smacked with a new price. Now if you're going from extra to essentials, yeah, you're gonna save some money. But if you're going from essentials to premium, yeah, you're gonna pay about probably $40 to $60 more. But then again, that makes sense because you're going from the premium tier. European market in Japanese is 60,000 yen, 6,800 yen in Japan. PlayStation Plus and Euro is going to be 125, Euros 99, and the yen was 17,000. PlayStation Pro Premium is it was 151 and it's 119 euro. Now it's 13,900 for yen for Japan. All this stuff here, guys, is going up, and it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me why it's going up because stuff goes up, folks. Okay, let's break it down. Why is this going up? Is it because of the market really bad? Is it because our commander in chief is an idiot? Is it because of the tax and spend spree that the Democrats did for about 2.5 years, where they racked up all this debt and racked up all this stuff and taxed through it, make the fair share? It could be, or it could be the fact too that a lot of companies are feeling a pinch because we're in a recession. When mortgage rates go up 5 to 7%, it puts a hurt on somebody, folks. We are in hard times right now. And you can blame the evil rich people, you can blame Democrats, you can blame Republicans, you can blame Santa Claus, you can blame God, you can blame who you want to blame. But it ain't gonna solve the point that you got to pony up money. To have fun costs money. That's just the way it is nowadays. Like me, I game on a gaming rig. My gaming rig cost me altogether, first started out $1,700. Together, right now, $3,000 a gaming rig is worth. But this gaming rig is not, like a powerhouse 4090. The 3070 with 5800X 3D processor, Ryzen 7. A 2.6 of DDR4, 3600 hertz, 16 gigabyte of RAM. This gaming rig, is not, a 4090 $3,000 rig or 3080, 3070. My rig is off complete compared to what's out there right now. But I'm not mad that, because with Steam games, PC is always going to be king. And this is what I always tell people that say, well, console is easy to play. Console easy to play. Yes, console's easy to play. But here's the issue with the consoles right now. You got to pay over $160 on PlayStation. And probably God knows how much more you're going to pay on Xbox. Because do you think that Microsoft is going to give you Activision games for free? Do you think they're going to give you that for the same cost you're paying now? Oh no, 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 Capitanos. It ain't gonna happen. You're gonna pay money for this. It costs money, folks. And Xbox is making hand over fist. And I found out from a friend of mine who works at GameStop, who's been named nameless, that the reason why GameStop is doing so well when they sell consoles like Xbox consoles, and they love it because they're making money off the digital currency. Microsoft has a deal with GameStop that Microsoft's coming in practically running GameStop practically at this point. They're getting new features, new headset, and new computers for them. Microsoft's coming in and practically owning GameStop. This is why they haven't been. It's kind of funny why GameStop hasn't been dead yet. They've been on the verge of death for the last 5 years. But 5 years ago or so, they entered a deal with Microsoft to help give them updated equipment, updated computers, faster servers, like that. And as a return of that, I found this out recently from a friend of mine who's going to name nameless, that because of that situation, Microsoft gives each of the stores a percentage of sales off their digital Game Pass or digital whatever thing they buy. Because if you bought a game Xbox through them, like I bought an Xbox about I got game from like of Christmas. But my original Xbox One I got through GameStop way before the deal. But all the Game Pass sales, and they included everything, even people who bought for PC, like me, they get a percentage of the sale. So if I go in there and buy a $44 a month Game Pass card, They get, say, 10% of that. GameStop does. Each store does. And it kind of makes sense why they haven't fallen apart, why they haven't been dying, why GameStop is still struggling, but they're still above water. It's because Microsoft behind them. See, I know I read about an article about that about maybe a year and a half ago about how people reports that Microsoft was actually helping keep GameStop afloat. Microsoft toyed with Microsoft stores and had one in Nashville in the Twin Pines Mall, or in Pine Mall, not Twin Pines, but in the Mall Pine, what do you call it, Pine Mall, whatever. It's a rich place, and they shut it down after a year or two. I guess they just don't want to do it anymore. But it would make sense though if they bought out GameStop and use. I know it's off topic here though, but this makes sense if you think about it. It makes sense to have a storefront where you can bring yourself into. And this is why PlayStation people right now are losing their minds because they don't have a PlayStation store to go to buy something at a discount. That's why when you go to GameStop sometimes they'll have deals on stuff on Game Pass Ultimate. Not much anymore they used to, but you'd be surprised how many deals you can get in Game Pass Ultimate. I mean, I went there one time a year ago and got like 2 for 1. I bought some at Best Buy too, and at Best Buy too as well for that. But I haven't seen too many deals with GameStop lately with this. It proves the point that if Microsoft is funding the money, we're talking probably $1 million. A friend of mine who had been in the company for almost 30 years told me that he had been meeting with his district people, and it could be millions of dollars. We're talking millions. It's possible that GameStop is circulating that money to keep themselves alive with Microsoft behind them. Microsoft has deep pockets. They don't care about the fact that they already have an Xbox and selling crap anyway. Xbox Game Pass is selling them, is making them hundreds of billions of dollars a year, or no, let's just say billions of dollars a year. Hundreds of millions to billions of dollars would be a year. Game Pass is the forefront. They have so many cards there. Game Pass has more. GameStop has more Game Pass cards than they have Steam cards. Certain places don't have Steam cards anymore. He had to get it on a receipt now. People bought 200 or whatever dollar or what it was. I think it's a ploy by Microsoft to push competition out of the way so they have a forefront of their own store. It's not far fetched. Think about it. Apple did the same thing. The Windows Phone fell apart, died because Apple was the biggest thing, and Samsung too, and BlackBerry like that too. But but that's a topic though. So why is this happening, folks? Price increase happen all the time. Price increase happen all the time. Yes, you're a PlayStation fan. You're pissed off right now. But if you've been paying $120 a year for PlayStation Premium, $40 more shouldn't break you. If it does break you, you got a serious problem. Like me, I pay $44 every 3 months for PlayStation for Game Pass Ultimate. I buy a month here, a month there on top of everything. If I have my left over, I buy a month card. I have almost a year and a half of Game Pass Ultimate. I use mostly on my gaming rig. I download games for free for Xbox. I play them and see fit. I have a game Xbox there that you see that's on. I use that for wrestling and for YouTube music or YouTube Premium movies. I hardly ever play games on my Xbox because it just feels inferior to me. I'm playing on 37 and going back to like a 980 or whatever it is in there. It is different. It doesn't mean that I hate Xbox or PlayStation. It just mean I haven't had a PlayStation in 3 years because I haven't need for one. The games are coming on Steam, so why am I going to run out there and go buy PlayStation Plus for a year where they don't have first party games on their tiers? Let's make premium, do it on premium, and they better start doing it on premium. They're going to charge $160. They're going to have to bite the bullet and put their good games on premium. Day one, none of this will wait a year crap. No, day one, day uno, drop it on there, only for premium. and maybe say 6 months down the road it comes on extra, and a year down the road it comes on plus on the basic plus plan. That's fine. You get day one on premium, half a year later, or maybe a year later on extra, and after that you get it on PlayStation Plus. That way you have a premium tier people. But then again, though, three tiers are kind of rough because not everybody can afford the $160 a month or a year. It's $100 a month, so around a year. But if you're paying a game, okay, let's break it down. Okay, I'm gonna do quick math here. I'm gonna do some quick math here, real quick here for you. Each game costs $70. Now I'm not gonna include taxes. Well, let's make it $75. Okay, $75 times by three games times three. You know you paid $225 for those three games right now. In Game Pass Ultimate's like what? 385 for a whole year. There's a lot of money for Game Pass Ultimate. Inflation Plus like what? 160 minus 160. You're saving $65 if you would buy, if if they allowed the first party games to go on day one on premium. Well, they probably should. Because let's say $70 and make a deal easier. $70 times three is 210. Once again, minus 160, you're saving $50 a year. It's not a lot of money you're saving, but if they do this, if they increase it, and they're going to in September to 160, they need to start bringing the good first party day one games, only PlayStation games, like the Horizon game, next one, or next Spider-Man 2. They need to put it day one on for premium members only, and maybe 6 months down the road for your extra players, or a year down the road for your extra players, and whenever they drop it for the PlayStation cheap people. I hate saying that, but it's being serious, folks. Okay, you're gonna pay for this stuff, guys. Okay, you're gonna pay for this stuff. If you want to play games online, you're gonna make it rain. Okay, you're gonna do this. Okay, you're gonna break out your wallet. You're gonna hand over the damn money to Microsoft. You're gonna or PlayStation. You're gonna drop a dollar. You're gonna make it rain. Why? Because what you're supposed to have to do to play games. Gaming is a very expensive hobby. I don't care. Anybody tells me gaming is a very expensive hobby, folks. Gaming is not a niche hobby. It's very expensive. Okay, it's why I have a $3,000 game rig, $1,700 right now. Have this stuff, but see, I can afford it because okay, I'm gonna do another one here. I'm gonna go on Steam right now. Let's go on Steam stores. Let's look at some games here. Hey, let's look at some games we have here. Let's look at some games. Okay, Madden 24. If you care about Madden at all, that's $69 for Madden. Deluxe edition 50 is $100. Okay, probably same price as mostly negative, obviously reviews. 32% of them are positive out of 1,000. No, not much looked at there. Okay, I ain't much of a Warframe guy. Whatever. Um, War robots. Let's look at the stuff here. Last of Us Part One, $59. Uh, Jedi Survivor, $60. Street Fighter, $59. Okay, a lot of games here, guys. They have. Okay, let's type in some. Uh, let's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, $69. I mean, there's different games here, guys, and there's different games you can buy here and play. There's many games here, and many games you can buy here and play, and there's games you can get sales on. And there's a lot of sales coming to these games. And you really have to understand this. You really have to understand what you're getting into. Okay, when I buy games, when I buy games, I buy them for a certain time. I buy them mostly that are on sale. And I don't buy them because they're just there to buy. I buy a lot of games here that are fun to play. Um, Trying to find a game I'm looking for here. Hard to find a game I'm looking for. You can't find it anywhere. Um, but a lot of games here, guys, on a lot of games you can buy here. Uncharted Legacies. That's $49. Probably still $60 on PlayStation. There's a lot of games here that are cheaper that are first party games that you can get. That you can probably get um, that are decent enough to get your hands on. You just have to understand how to and what you're getting into when you buy these kind of games. The Steam is always going to have a cheaper way, guys. Steam is always going to have a cheaper way to do stuff. I don't care anybody tells me, anybody says. Steam is always going to have a cheaper way to do stuff. And just how it is. And you get a lot of these games you can buy that are pretty cheap. Far Cry 6 is $59. I think it's a little overpriced. But there's games. I hear there's tons of games you can play. I hear there's Ratchet and Clank that's still $60. But what I'm saying is, guys, is this. That you go on Steam, there's Steam sales about two to four times a year. You buy these games, you play them, you own them. You get a good deal on them, you can buy them. Game Pass, yes, has deals, but they don't have the deals that you have on Steam. Even PlayStation Plus, PlayStation 3 tiers, you don't have the deals you have like on Steam because Steam doesn't go through one party thing. They go through different companies. So everybody's fighting for your dollar or for my dollar anyway. So that being said, though, of course I'm gonna have a better deal going through Steam to buy Ratchet and Clank. I'm gonna pick that up when it goes on sale. Or Days Gone that I bought was like I think $29. Or games of that nature, or a Last of Us that I'm probably gonna get when it goes on sale when I figure out when it's 100% optimized. I can get these games cheap on Steam because I know they're gonna have them cheap because there's no way that Sony's gonna want a game to be full price when they're hemorrhaging money on the PlayStation Premium. But people will buy premium if and when Sony decides to do what Game Pass Ultimate did and put first party games on there. Now, should they be on all tiers? They should be. But I guarantee you, Sony is not worrying about all tiers. Sony wants the most expensive one to be the best one. Now, what they can do is put a first party day one games on that tier and has second tier get maybe 6 months later or whatever after it's been out for 6 months and it drops to you guys, the guys in ultra tier, or whatever you call it, extra tier, then the guys on the peasant tier, like myself, who wasn't going to buy no $160 a year, $600 a year PlayStation Plus, will get it within a year or two after the game has come out. No, I wasn't going to pay no $160 a year, folks. That ain't going to happen with me. Okay. That's why I like Game Pass Ultimate more than PlayStation Plus because it doesn't matter if I pay a 1 month, a 3 month, 6 month, or a year membership. It's all the exact same games. But Sony has put themselves in a corner where they have to have a tier system, where they have to have the best premium tier get the best games at first, and 6 months later, then a year later. It's just how it is with Sony. Sony has never been good when it comes to not having tiers. They always had tiers. And it's how it's always been with them. And that's why I always tell people, don't be surprised when you have a tier system breakout. And I told you this years ago with PlayStation, and here we are. I think it's a good system to have if it makes sense. No, it's better than PlayStation now. A year ago, when you paid for 4 hours of rental fee. So I think it's good, but it has to be better. I think putting games you can download them and be able to download PlayStation 3 games to your console. This is not rocket science, Sony. You don't have to build. You don't have to rebuild the rocket ship. Okay, all you have to do is put a coat of paint on it and add some extra thrusters to it, and you have a good thing to do. You can put in you can enable a patch in there. PlayStation 5 is powerful enough to run it. Download it to your hard drives. If you have to do DRM, only have it on the one hard drive, one person, that's it, whatever. But these PlayStation 3 games are on there. You have them downloaded from PlayStation on all tiers. But I know you're the extra and the premium to do what you want to really sell. So make it extra and premium can download them. The PlayStation Plus, you can stream them. That way, I want to try extras. I can download these games. Then you got more people buying because now you could download PS3 games and have them on your hard drive. Not have to use your streaming service. You could download them, but you have to check in to make sure the game is registered or whatever. And that's fine. That's DRM, but that's a workaround. But you're getting more money a year. So I don't think it's a bad thing technically. Month to month, 3 months. If you're doing 3 months like I do, it probably won't be much of an increase, maybe $2, $3. But a year, yeah, it's a lot of money. But if they add more spiffs to it, like, hey, we'll add the benefit for the premium tier and the extra tier will get PS3 downloads ability. You'll be able to download every PS3 game and download your hard drive and play it off your hard drive. PS2, PS1, PS4, all of them. Excellent. The cheap side, you can only stream all these games. You can download PS1 and PS2 games, but you have to stream PS3 and probably download PS4 or whatever. It sounds silly, but it's a workaround. There's things that will work around. People have to work around. Okay, companies can't give away the farm every time that something happens in your life. Yeah, I mean, my life's rough too. Sometimes there are days where I have debt. I can barely afford to, pay for gasoline, but I do because I have to go to work. So there's times where everybody's. I say I'm not eating, but I'm eating quite healthy, obviously. I'm Hercules anyway, though. But that being said, guys, this is this is the norm now. This is what the norm looks like. Okay, I know it's rough out there. I know it's not fair and not good, but in the same sense, we have to go out there and do stuff. We have to go out there and if you want to play these games, you play them. But I think to solve this issue, to make it a little easier for people to understand this, Sony has to let you download PS4 games to your hard drive and play them off your hard drive. Yes, you might have to check in to make sure the game is registered, blah blah blah. But as long as it's running on your hard drive and not streaming it, you're okay. Unlimited time, not 5 days. No, unlimited. If you're paying premium product price, you get premium product time. So I always say to people, if you're paying premium price, I want premium time. I mean, I want unlimited time. Any game I download doesn't matter because if it doesn't matter if it goes off the PlayStation Store or not, or as long as you have it on your hard drive, should be fine. That's how it is with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Even if the game is discontinued on Game Pass, as long as you have it on your hard drive download, you can still play it as long as you want. But once you get rid of it, it's gone. That's how it always been on Game Pass Ultimate and Game Pass. So as long as you keep it on there and it's registered on there, unless it's a game that's only online that goes off, and then that thing gonna work because your game won't work anyway. But if it's like a single player game or a multiplayer single player game, like Resistance, for example, you follow man or whatever. Um, yeah, you want to have that, obviously, but you can't play online. but you still play single player. Well, guys, this is my video here about this situation. I went into a little bit of rant here, but you guys know me by now. I do appreciate you guys watching my videos. If you're watching later on down the line or watching it later in the year, hey, once again, like, subscribe, and ring that bell. I'll see you guys later. Peace out, everybody. Be safe. God bless all you.